We are fancy right now.
Distinguished gentlemen
that's what
of
I
the
meant.
parlor. Yes.
Sophisticated.
Yeah.
Happy Derby Day!
Woohoo!
Derby.
Actually, I'm going to try to post this video before the Derby.
So people can practice.
Because
Yeah, we have some stuff.
we want
Yeah.
you guys to be the talk of your Derby party this coming weekend. And so we've got 4 what we think are really good cocktails.
Derby
They
inspired.
may suck, but I don't know. The first one, obviously, the mint julep.
Yep.
It is Kentucky Derby.
Bread and
we
butter.
have it here. I'm dropping shit.
Hold on. Found it.
This is made with Woodford Reserve, the official Kentucky Derby bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Please sponsor us, Woodford.
that'd be cool. Now, I didn't realize that the mint julep called for water, which was a little disappointing. But we made this almost
Yep.
to the recipe.
As per instructed.
Almost.
So we've got Woodford Reserve. We did use simple syrup instead of granulated sugar like the recipe said.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously mint and just a splash of water. Pretty easy cocktail to make. So have you had the mint julep? Have you ever had one?
I've had one probably a long time ago, like when I first
Never
got
had
into whiskey
one?
years
Nope.
ago.
No?
Never had a true one. I mean,
I'll be honest. I've had a few different mint juleps, and this probably isn't my favorite cocktail, but it is an absolute must
sure.
at any
If
Derby
you're at the
party.
Derby, you got to get at least one.
Sorry, I got a little mint in my mouth. It's okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It doesn't stand out. I mean, every time we put simple sugar or simple syrup or any kind of that in anything, I feel like that's all I taste. And that's probably just me. I'm kind of anti-sugar, anti-pop, anti-everything.
Me too. I don't drink pop in anything.
Dynamite drop in, Jay. We got to judge them up a little bit.
Here, add whatever you want. I think it's a little light on the booze.
Can I help you out there?
Oh, that's good. I like the sugar water.
Actually, that
Did a little
you
something?
need to zhuzh it up for sure.
Let me finish it and then put a little in my glass.
There you
So
go.
yeah, it's really made.
Just a sugar water rinse
Yeah,
and then booze
Uh,
and a mint leaf.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, just leave the mint leaves in there.
I like what we're doing a little bit more now.
Yeah, okay. So in all honesty, in reality, I think what we need to suggest here is double the booze.
Mm-hmm. Everything else is good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm fine with the rest of it.
and you could probably go mint to taste depending on if you're, more or
Yeah.
less.
And I didn't go crazy on
Yeah,
the
we just
mint,
did a little bit. That's what it's supposed to look like anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm a professional mixologist,
Mhm.
so
Wait till I put the whiskey in the glass and I drink it.
that's right.
Did
All right. So what do you think, guys?
I-
If you're hosting a Derby party, you have to have
I think you
this.
got to have this.
Yeah.
If nothing else, it's an icebreaker. Gets
Yep.
people in the mood to watch a bunch of rich horses.
Yeah.
Mix it like it's supposed to be made. Put it in a pitcher or whatever you're gonna do
And
with
then
it.
you could add booze
Yeah.
to
And
the
then,
taste.
because you're gonna have people that want to get into the whiskey, do it, but
Don't
at first
overdo
it's
it.
it's a little sugary and sweet, and the mint and there's whiskey notes.
Yeah.
I think if you make it like we drink, they're not. There's gonna be people that are just like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, it's just whiskey with a little
Yeah.
bit of a
So-
Yeah.
side note.
So yeah, put a bottle of whiskey right there by the old pitcher and just
Yep.
pour yourself a glass. You want to make it a little hotter, you can.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Great suggestion.
Yeah.
Great idea. But I think the mint julep, you have to have it if you're having a Derby
It's
party.
not a derby without it.
All right. We'll be right back with the next of our total of 4 different cocktails for
Yeah.
you right after this. Cocktail number 2 for your Derby party.
Kentucky Derbs.
The Kentucky Mule. Now, I'm a huge Kentucky Mule homer.
Sure.
So I fully anticipate this one to be my favorite, but you never know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into it with an open mind, but I will say that this is an absolute must for your Derby
Oh
party.
yeah.
Yes.
The mule thing really took off a few years ago. It feels like Moscow mules hit the copper cups.
Yeah.
If
So
you're-
that's the
you
only
gotta
thing.
do
We aren't running copper
Nah,
cups here.
it's all right.
Because I don't have 3 of them.
It's fine. We're just doing this for the viewers' benefit,
Yeah.
you know.
And
All
I
for
don't.
you.
I don't have limes, so I used just a couple of little dashes of lime juice instead of fresh lime.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Same.
Fine. It with all the preservatives and everything.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
We'll get over that lime embargo maybe by this time next year. So.
Let's see what you guys say. Have you had it?
Nope.
Have you had
Never had
a
a Kentucky Mule.
Okay. Sweet. This is cool then.
Stoked.
Oh, ginger beer. Yeah. Big K ginger beer.
I see that.
Or Kroger.
Kroger brand.
Yeah.
I like it. It's got a little bit of a zip to it.
Yeah, it's
that
got
ginger.
It's got some tang to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, we made this to spec,
Mm-hmm.
which is 1.5 ounces of Woodford Reserve bourbon and 3 ounces of ginger
Yeah,
beer.
basically a 2 to 1.
You want to spike it up? We'll just spike it on up.
Sure. If you're a seasoned booze bag like us, you could probably go 1 to 1 and not really see much difference. But that ginger beer, you know, even like when you eat food, you know, Oriental Chinese stuff that has ginger in it, it always just hits me really, really hard because I never have it. So this is a good one. This would be a good palate cleanser between any other number of things a guy might be trying during the Derby.
Yep, that's right. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I've always liked them.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. That was an easy
Mine are
3
like-
thumbs up.
Yeah.
He made the reference of the reference of 1 to 1. That's maybe.
You probably go even.
No, they're about one. I like them to still be carbonated.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh yeah. Don't just kill it like we did everything else.
it's
around
not
here.
like like the old Crown and Coke days.
Mm-hmm.
You Crown and Coke, 12-ounce can of Coke
Splash
last year
me.
for 2 nights.
Yep.
This
is good.
This is a
It's easy,
absolute recommend.
relatively
100%.
cheap. Yeah, it's easy
Especially
stuff.
if you get the Kroger ginger beer.
Yeah,
It's
heck.
more expensive ginger beer out there.
Yes.
Cock and Bull.
Yeah, don't buy name brand if you
That's
can get around
That's a
it.
great ginger beer.
Well,
It's definitely more expensive
Yep.
than the Kroger brand.
Yeah, this one's pretty good.
So, hey, I think we're 2 for 2.
I think so.
The
2 for 2.
julep is obviously a recommend based solely on its popularity and absolute mainstay
Yeah.
of the
Yep.
Derby. If I was going to say add it because it's delicious, probably could leave it out.
Yeah.
I mean, some people love them. That's fine. Not my cup of tea, but if I'm hosting a Derby party, it's for sure there.
For sure.
This one for sure there.
Yep.
And we'll be right back with cocktail number 3 for your Derby party right after this. Welcome back to cocktail number 3, the Woodford Spire.
Mm-hmm.
We're letting you guys know if you're hosting a Derby party this weekend. We have 4 cocktails. The first 2 have been great.
Mm-hmm.
This one, we're going to let you know, it's got some fruit juice in it. This one, I don't know.
Well, it's a lot of juice.
The Woodford's only 90 proof bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of juice to try and that a 90 proof Woodford's got to try and punch through. But hey, you know what?
That's what we're here for.
We're going to let you know if this is a hit or miss.
There might be some people at your party that aren't just heavily into the whiskeys anyway, so this might be a good break.
So it is 2 ounces of lemonade, 1 ounce of cranberry, and 1.5 ounces of Woodford bourbon.
I don't taste the bourbon at all.
I don't.
No, that's all. That's just lemonade.
Yep. Nope.
That's a no. That's 100% no. Not if you're gonna mix it like it's.
No.
Yeah, I would have to fill the rest of this glass to drink this, and I'm not doing that today.
Mm-hmm. If you're really into fruit juices and don't really want to taste the booze, maybe this is more up your alley. But
If you want a really mad hangover, drink a gallon of this.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. And I even said, do we keep the recipe as
Yep.
is, or
Yep.
do we put something a little hotter in it? And the consensus was keep it
Yep.
as the recipe has called for it, which is the Woodford.
That way
Now,
anybody could replicate it if they so choose. But
This kind of goes back to our Bourbon Crush video that we did with all the different proofs of bourbon that also had lemonade
Yep.
in them.
it's tough to overpower lemonade, man. You really got to be doing something.
it's got to be 1 to 1.
Yeah, at least.
I would say that's probably true. But you know what? If you like a whiskey cocktail and don't like it whiskey forward, and
Sure.
you like the fruit juice thing,
Maybe this
it's
is for you.
good. it's just not for us.
Yep.
Or I say me, but I think I can speak for all of us and say it's not for any of us. The way that it is put in the recipe that we found online, it's just not. It's just not.
It's just not.
It's a pass.
It's a pass.
It doesn't taste bad. I mean,
No,
I mean, it's not.
it's not bad.
You're just tasting
So,
juice. You might as
like,
well just have.
Yeah, if you are a fruit forward drinker, great. But if you like bourbon,
You might need something a lot proofier to even kind of.
And you're and not only proofier, but you're gonna want to cut the lemonade, and you're gonna want to increase the booze, because again, the lemonade just
I feel like a teaspoon of lemonade goes a hell of a long ways in a bourbon drink.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we've learned something here today.
So we've got one more for you. So we've got 2 hits. We've got one that I'm gonna say is a miss, but you know what? It's not bad. It's just not for us.
Yeah.
So
If
this appeases to you guys.
Yeah, before if it's really hot, like if on Derby Day it's crazy hot and you're outside, maybe this is a little bit different kind of a thing. There again, the one with the ginger beer, the mule, that would also be a great outdoor in the sun with your big floppy hat.
Yep.
But yeah, this one, it's a juice lover's cocktail.
That's right. All right, join us for cocktail number 4 coming up right after this. Cocktail number 4 for your Kentucky Derby party this weekend is the chocolate julep. I've never had this. It just sounded really good. It sounded almost kind of like old-fashioned because it contains chocolate bitters and simple syrup. And the recipe calls for fistful of bourbon. I don't have it. Don't ever see myself buying it, but let's be honest, I probably didn't see myself buying a lot of this stuff anyway.
And here we
so
are.
maybe, here we are. But it is 90 proof, so we just ran with the Woodford.
Yep.
90
Same
proof. We're all
same
4 of
base
these
we've had on all cocktails. Yep.
So here we are, Woodford Reserve on all of these. So we've got 2 ounces of Woodford. We've got a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup and 4 dashes of chocolate bitters. That's it. And mint leaves.
Mint.
So
Let's see.
the chocolate julep.
Please taste like a whiskey thin mint. Please taste like a
Oh
whiskey thin mint.
yes, I hope so. It's kind of smelling like a whiskey thin mint.
It is far different.
Not a whiskey thin mint.
I don't hate that.
I wish my phone would get a text message right now.
Oh, Jay hates it.
I do not like this at all. I am not fond of chocolate bitters in the first place.
Okay, so I am.
That is where
I love.
It's pretty much the dividing line here.
The walnut bitters and chocolate bitters combined in an old fashioned. Great wintertime, cold weather old fashioned.
I think that'd be okay because the walnut ones are kind of
Yeah.
like they would counteract the chocolate a little bit. They play well together, so and it'd be a lot more whiskey.
I've
'Cause
never
had your old fashions in there.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never had chocolate bitters before, so I really didn't know what to expect. It's not bad for like one drink. Again, probably like, hey, try this.
Yeah.
Somebody would remember this at your Derby party though.
Good call.
Because there are people that are just chocolate, fanatics that really dig that, and so.
So we kind of hit on it earlier with the mint julep recipe and even the mule. You could make up a batch of Kentucky mules, like in a big jug or a big pitcher or something like that. This, don't do that.
Do them to taste and to order.
Offer it at your party for a drink for somebody who might want it. But don't make up a big pitcher of this stuff because it's not that good. I like it.
Sure, you're a sweet tooth guy.
But it is a 100% one and done.
Yep.
I would not want another one.
You would have a sick tummy, too much sugar, too much. You'd have to call in sick to work the following Sunday.
We've already gone down this road, haven't we?
Yeah.
We listen.
This is a reminder.
We both made it to work last Monday.
Everybody made it to work. We film on the weekends a lot of times.
I missed it.
Whatever you end up doing at your Derby party, go to work the next day.
That's fine.
Don't overindulge. Enjoy the specter of the sport. Enjoy a little bit of Woodford in any number of these cocktails.
The best.
Get your ass up and go to work tomorrow.
Sports.
That's right.
I tried to tell my wife that.
Yeah,
all the time,
I knew that was too easy. That was the easy pickings. That's right. This isn't bad though. I'm not a big chocolate guy, but one and done, again, palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Between smashing beers or whatever you're doing at your derby party.
You say palate cleanser. The ginger beer one, the Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
Mule is a palate cleanser.
Yeah,
that ginger. This, it's just a flat.
It's just
one. It's just
sweet
a flat
and
cocktail to
chocolatey.
try it and then move on to the next
Kind
one.
of end of the night dessert or something.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, I can see that. This is after the race is just completed.
Yeah.
You want something to right before you Uber home.
There you go. Safety third.
Safety third.
All right, guys. What do you think? So,
I mean,
in the grand scheme of things, we have the mint julep and we have the Kentucky Mule that are
those were
absolute
both
recommend.
super thumbs up.
This one is, it's a side thumb.
Yep.
Kind of leaning maybe towards 3/4 thumb.
Mine's just I don't like the chocolate bitters. So I mean, it's overall it's decent. It's just like you guys said, it's one and done. If I had one of these, I'm like, all right, I'm out.
And then
the Woodford Spire.
Woodford
The Spire, the juice drink.
It's overwhelmingly juice forward and not enough whiskey forward. And we like our whiskey cocktails
as whiskey cocktails,
forward. Yeah. So
Agreed.
there you have it. Of the 4, we recommend, like
2 and a
2
half.
3/4 of them.
Yeah, this is probably the third place,
Yeah.
So then it's not bad.
All right, guys. Happy Kentucky Derby Day. What do you think of our cocktails? What do you have at your Kentucky Derby parties? Let us know in the comments. What did we miss? I just scrolled through a website, picked a handful of cocktails that sounded refreshing, sounded easy to make, and sounded like something that we could share. Because most of you probably just want to make an easy cocktail.
That's
you don't
right.
want to
And all
go
these
buy like 5. There were some on there that sounded really good, but I ain't buying 5 different bottles of booze just to be able to make one cocktail one time a year.
For a bunch of half ounces of everything in it, and you got to get them in fifths or handles.
Yep. This was we used the same stuff, the same ingredients, for the bulk. It was a good, easy, like you said, Mike.
Yeah.
This, you don't have to put a lot of prep work into your party, which is what we're all about.
All right, guys. May your betting go great on Saturday. Hope you make lots of money on the Derby. Enjoy the Derby Day party, and we'll see you next time right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.